Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more EU4 Russia. Now, it has been a little while for me since I have played between episodes. I went away for a week and went to the PAX Australia, which was quite a good time. But that does mean, since I batch recorded, it's been a little bit, and I need to refamiliarize myself with things. But the good thing is, I think we're in a pretty decent spot. So, vaguely remembering, I think we got some mercenaries. Yes, we did. And that's right, we were cleaning up some of these armies that were floating around, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and storm them against Malwa on that fort there. I don't think it's a defensive territory. It is... hang on a second. It is desert terrain, so no, that is neutral territory, but that should be fine. We do outnumber them. I'll take a little attrition. Maybe we can work on the Timurids. And we have this army here. We are protecting Constantinople from any potential sieges. But I don't think we really have to worry about that, as they have over 100,000 men here and the remainder there. And I think that that's all of their men, so I don't think we'll be seeing much in that way there. So, if I can check, that's right, we are taking this fort. We're going to trap these guys behind enemy lines and see if we can wipe out a good portion of their armies. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get back into things. Now, we do have a little Ducal Prussia running around and being a nuisance to them, which is nice, and we also got that siege, which is incredibly good for us. Now, let's go ahead and pick up that extra siege. Now, we are in marshlands, and those are hills. Well, I think this is... you know what, let's go ahead and move on in and take this fight. This is certainly something we want to do. We have, what's that? 35,000 men. You know what, let's bring this massive stack forwards. That should be fine. We'll go ahead and bring them in. They should all arrive roughly on the same day, and if not, we will bring in the other ones as reinforcement. And apparently we had a ship somewhere around here. Oh, I'm guessing that was Crimea. Alright, so let's move on in, see how they're doing. Yeah, they're definitely pulling off that fort. They are in trouble. We'll bring these guys in as reinforcements, and I think we should outnumber them fairly significantly. So let's see how we do. How are the dice rolls going? So far, we have a -1 being in the hills, but we're rolling far better than they are. So that is 12,000 to 17,000. That's not bad. And whereabouts are they heading? We want to catch them out. So they're heading across. Let's leave... who seems relatively beat up? I think we'll leave this one behind. Yeah, just some infantry and artillery. Yeah, they seem fairly weak, so we'll drop them behind there. Make sure that they get the siege. That should have broken that fairly nicely. We've also got these other men out of there. That's right, they had about 90,000. So let's bring you up to the highlands. See if we can get ourselves some defensive terrain. Now they're moving over here, so maybe they're heading to the fort. If we can catch them with barely any reinforcements, that could be particularly nice. In fact, it does seem that they're heading over here, so let's go for the next closest fort and see if we have chosen well. Oh, and it seems that we're actually somewhat ahead of them, and we are choosing the right direction, so maybe. Alright, let's also turn off the forced march there. We'll bring them onto... let's bring them over there, see if we can take a fort away. Now, I'm not 100% sure where their men are. They do have their full 200,000 stack right about there, so that isn't insignificant. We also have about equal numbers, so those mountains may not be our best bet. No, maybe we want to stick around here. So you know what? Let's go... let's bring some over there. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll bring everybody there. We'll bring a second one for reinforcements. Let's bring think you will be fine. We'll bring you there, see if we can cut them off from the rest of their land and see if we can do something there. Okay, so banana neglect, what do we want? Extra trade power in Mycop, taxation, or manpower modifier. Alright, let's go with a little bit of trade power, I suppose. Yeah, sure, we'll go with trade power. That seems good enough. That'll be fine. Alright, more conversions are happening. Okay, we're doing pretty good. That's right. We've converted basically all of that land that Japan had. So that's very nice for us. We'll go ahead and pick up these other ones. 9 months across the board is pretty good. So I'm A-okay with that. Now the question is, how much more do we want to fight? Now, let's see, hang on a second, let's go ahead and see, we have, oh, there we go, we're going to go sue for peace. Now this is something that I was looking at between videos, just seeing what we want to take. We also want this one here for one of our missions, which will give us claims on this whole area. I think we'll also try and release a Georgia so we can reconquest a whole ton of land. I think that would be beneficial to us. So, if we're going to go ahead and do that, let's go ahead and quickly change that back to us holding that fort and see if we can peace on out. So, we actually have a little bit extra reasons. So, we'll take all of their money. We're going to try and cripple their economy, make it harder for them to field such a large army. And you know what? Can we go ahead and take war reparations as well? You know what? 86 to 86. I think that's not too bad. So on the next war, yeah, Crimea will be stronger. We'll have a bunch of land to conquest. We'll also have reconquest when we release Georgia. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and quickly do those. Oh, well, keep that there, I think. And see what kind of hassle we can be. Alright, so you guys nice and strong. Let's bring you... Ooh. How quickly can we reinforce there? And not enough. Okay, so let's go instead bring First Army across here. Second Army to there. Let's try and take a little bit more land from them. And just because we can, we'll split that army and we will take those other two sieges, since they don't seem to have many men around. Now, unfortunately for, yeah, Prussia, they are in bad terrain there. That is very sad for us. They're definitely going to lose that battle, but there's not much they can do. Now, we are in mountains. That could be useful, but I don't see... Yeah, I don't see them wanting to take that fight. We've got a lot of men around to reinforce. So I think that'll just be a defensive... defensive position as we kind of consolidate in this area. I think that's not too bad. Alright, oh. Hang on a second. I think I've got someone at the door, so I'll be back in a minute or two. What were we doing? That's what we were doing. We have the Ottomans on the other side here. They're taking this one, we're taking that one. You know what? I think we can make a little bit more progress here. Let's go ahead and barrage. Make some solid progress. And you know what? After these two take them, I think what would be rather good is if we bring our armies back together and see about maybe scaring them away from that fort. So I think that would be very nice for us. So let's make sure that we merge them. I have their general, that is good. Keep on converting while we're fighting. Let's see, -7, -14. Okay, we've made progress where they didn't. Excellent. And now, you know what, we may as well go ahead and siege down a little bit more of their land, since we can. Oh, they're now at 7%. that is not ideal. Okay, fine. Let's go ahead and bring our army in. Let's see if we can scare them away. Make them take that attrition for no valid reason. And let's see, 26,000 men. They would outnumber us, but we would have the advantage. You know what? Let's go ahead. We're going to lose this one way or the other, but at least we can take a fight with decent terrain. And you know what? Let's also go ahead and bring on in this other army as well. I think that'll be good. And you know what? Since we can, let's try and free that up as well. Alright, so we're going to move on in. They've backed out some of their men. Doesn't look like they're going to reinforce here. We outnumber them quite substantially. This is very nice. Oh, we now have a peace offer from Melwa. Okay, that is excellent. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. They are offering us peace under the terms of war reparations. They will also annul all treaties with the Ottomans and Shun. Oh, that's nice. And we will also get money. You know what? That's probably what we would have asked from them anyway, so let's go ahead and accept. That will give us some extra negotiating power against the Ottomans. So let's see what we can do. Where do we have? We need target owned subjects. Let's recall you. And in 60 days we'll have, you know what? Let's just look now. We have the ability to get a little bit more if we wish, but not too much. We'll go... We'll probably try and take some of this land up to the north, although that is very expensive, so I suppose... You know what, let's quickly check out our mission tree and see what we would need. Oh, sorry, see what we would receive as permanent claims. Okay, so we get all of that and all of this. So that would just be outside of the range, which all in all is probably not a bad idea. Maybe we do try and take that. Hang on a second. Let me just double check. We have... Okay, so this is the only one. Well then, if that is the case... neither of them include this one, but that's because we're taking that already. That's how we get the mission before. Okay, so you know what? Let's leave that be. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to those. Let's pick up instead... What can we afford that would cripple the Ottomans? Where do we have claims and access to? What about you? What land did we just take there? Oh, is that the one that I think it is? No, it's not. Well, we will find it. It shouldn't take us too much trouble. Nope. Not that one. We will eventually find it. The problem is the Ottomans being such a large nation, we have all of these provinces to swing on by. Hopefully I don't miss it. That would be terrible. And... of course... What is the name of it? Oh, it's right at the very top of the list. Well, that makes sense. Probably should have checked it out first. Yeah, we don't have a claim, but we'll pick that up. You know what? Let's go for Azov, maybe instead, or one of these other provinces. 67, 68. Should be able to afford something close. But that's fine. I think that's what we'll do. We'll take all of Crimea's lands. That'll be decent. Take away some of their movement around here. That should be good. Alright, let's go focus on this. You know what? If there's going to be another big fight, maybe we take what we have. It wouldn't be the end of the world. And you know what? Let's bring you up over there. That is mountainous terrain, but we outnumber them fairly significantly. Yeah, they don't want to take that heat. Yeah, back it on up. That's good. That's what we want to see. Yeah, we could certainly crush them, which would be rather horrific for them. So, you know what? Let's bring the 75 as the reinforcement stack, as they can move around more freely. And are there any other allies we can get rid of? No, they're all tributary states of the Ottomans. Okay, so you know what? I think after we get these two forts, we should probably be about done with this war. So let's see if they get it on this siege tick. They did not. So let's go ahead and... do we just go for an assault? Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and assault this thing. Only 5 military power, nothing too crazy. But let's make sure that we are selecting the army so we can shift consolidate. Make sure that our front lines are as strong as possible at the beginning of every day. And take the strongest fight possible. Oh, and there it is. We did gain that siege. Excellent. We did lose about 10,000 men, but we have more than enough, so that's not an issue. You know what? We'll bring that 76,000 back over there. We have mercenaries as well. What can we do with you? Let's bring you on in as well. You know what? We may actually just disband them. I don't think that we are really needing the manpower anymore. Actually, let's just see. We are at 361 out of 330 men. Yeah, so we're definitely going to be paying more. Yeah, you know what? Army maintenance. Over force limit, that's 20 extra reinforcement costs there. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and disband them. We outnumber the Ottomans pretty substantially at this point, so let's go ahead and get rid of them. That'll save us some money. In fact, did we take a loan? No, we didn't, but we were getting close. Okay. Let's also make sure that we turn off force march on a bunch of these units. We don't need this extra stuff. That'll be fine. Oh, looks like the Timurids do have a good chunk of men there, so... You know what? Let's see if we can cut them off at the pass. Let's run 46,000 this way. We'll run another 33,000 as reinforcements, and you can stay over here. I think that seems right. Oh, and we have ourselves another fort. So, question is, what can we afford? We can afford a little bit more, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll pick up... Let's see, Azov, that's not too bad. Have a little bit extra. What can we afford? 68, that's not bad. You know what, that's not a terrible peace agreement. That means we can come back in 10 years and fight them again. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go for a couple of succession wars. So, we'll... Actually, you know what? We'll leave this for conquest for the Crimea. And we'll take this province instead, because that is a decent fort that we've already fought for before. Bit of a mouthful. And, yeah, that will make our what do we call it? Georgia even stronger. Yep. Alright, that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and peace on out. We don't need to do a 100% peace agreement. In fact, I think we can do more damage with more wars than a couple of wars in rapid succession. So we'll bring everybody over here. Let's also go ahead and... Yeah, we have 3 out of 4 diplomatic relations. So let's go ahead and create a subject from some of our territory. Let's go right down to the very bottom. Georgia. Yes, they will gain 2 provinces. We will send them there. Excellent. They are now ours. Level 3 fort. That's not too bad. And it is defensive, which is even nicer. And then we also have our missions being fulfilled. So that will give us monthly autonomy change for 15 years. That's what we want to see. And a whole bunch of claims, which will be very much use that to our benefit soon, as well as, yeah, all of that seems pretty good. So, what else? Is there anything more that we wish to check out? I don't think that there is. Alright, so now we've got a silly stack of money, so let's bring... what do we do? We need to reorganize our armies. We'll bring... We can't split that army. Oh wait, it's locked on in. Okay. Ooh, and a state agenda is finished too, so we'll gain extra patriarch loyalty, which is very nice. Casus Belli against Wallachia, Poland, and Ducal Prussia. We have claims on them. Okay. Well, that'll be fine. We don't need to worry about that. We'll split these guys up. We'll go one here and one there. We'll bring the others... You know what? We'll send 40 and 39. I think we'll send this 34 stack to here, that 33 stack to there, and then these two armies. Second. 1, 2, yeah, okay. And we'll take these two armies and we will bring them back up towards Europe. So one will go there and the other two here. Alright, not bad at all. Okay, so let's keep on converting as that is our calling. And now let's go ahead and see what we can do. We have great projects to upgrade. Is there anything we want here? The next one would be manpower modifier. That wouldn't be bad. 15 development's fairly decent. And it would also give us local defensiveness. Okay, so that's an option. As well as tolerance of the true faith. Loyalty goes up for everybody. And cost of advisors goes down by 10% if they are our religion. So you know what? That seems rather nice. Let's go ahead and pick that up. We'll also see if we have, what's this? A church. Ability cost. Maybe an extra missionary. Tempting, but I don't think we really need it. And then we're not going to help Prussia. Oh, Dallas Gogan. Yes. You know what? That's not bad. Extra artillery cost. Extra goods produced. That will certainly give us a lot more value in this trade node, so well worth pursuing. And then, was there anybody else? I don't think so. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and build us some armies. Sorry, not armies, some buildings. That's what I meant to say. Anything particularly nice? Well, 0.29 is rather pricey, so let's go ahead and take those taxes. Production-wise, 0.11, I suppose we can do a couple of those. We can go for some universities. I don't think that's too important. We could go for a couple of courthouses as well, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Ooh, Akashus, yes, we'll definitely go ahead and pick that up. Especially since we upgraded the, what was it, the center of trade around there. Could do a couple of those for 200, but I think we'll see. Do we have access to any really nice manufacturers? And the answer is yes. So let's go ahead and do a couple of those. That will do splendidly. Okay. So with that in mind, what do we want to do? Oh, we have 60,000 men over there as well. Alright, well, let's bring them... 58... 60,000, you know what? That seems relatively ideal, so let's go ahead and do that. Bring back our men. We'll enjoy a little bit of peace for some time. In fact, that's right, we need to call for some land. But now the Ottomans could be in just a little bit more trouble than what they were. Crimea has grown, which is very nice to see. Any other armies that we don't know about? No, it seems that the only ones black flagged are the ones we knew about. Also, too, we need to make sure we have turned off that force march for everybody. Don't think either of them have the icons. Nope. Alright, that is all well and good. So, now comes the real question of what do we do now? We have successfully fought the Ottomans. Definitely want to go back and take out at the very least, what we have claims on, and I think Constantinople's a good one. I think if we can break them into about half of how big they are now, I think that'll count as our victory over them. So we'll definitely take all of this land up here on the European side of the crossing, and then I don't know, maybe we'll maybe work our way around Egypt a little. I think that seems like a fairly good goal. So we'll go ahead and do that for the next couple of episodes. But I think that is a pretty good spot to leave things. We should probably, you know what? We have a lot of forts. Do we really need all of these? You know what? I think we probably don't. Let's go ahead and drop. We don't need that fort there. That's in the middle of grasslands. That's not going to help us. We'll open that up to something else. Save us some money. We've also got a couple along here. That one there is decent. Good fort line there. You know what? A couple in the woods. Not bad. We don't need the excess zones of control, but it wouldn't be a terrible thing. Let's go ahead and drop. Yeah, we'll go ahead and destroy that castle there. We don't need that in the grasslands. We'll keep that. That'll be useful. And then I think the rest of these are pretty good holds to have against the Ottomans. Yeah. Alright, so you know what? I think that'll do pretty good. I'll have a think about what we want to do in between episodes. Maybe we go back through and fight these guys when our truce runs out. But that seems to be a little way away. We're currently with... Where are we? Another 3 years before we can fight any of them. So, who knows? Maybe we might even go ahead and try and finish off Denmark. Alright, but that's where we're going to call things for today. So hopefully you enjoyed the episode. We finally won our war against the Ottomans. And I think we're going to be able to return with an almighty fury yet again and hurt them even more, which I am keen for. If you do want to see those episodes, go to hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to catch all future content. And I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. The Leviathan signing out.